Hey friends! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Rihanna Crochets, and today we're going to do something that I've been seeing a lot of people do recently, which is to make a 2025 vision board. But before you think, wait, isn't it like February already? Yes, it is a bit late to be making this video, but that's exactly why I'm doing it. As a small business owner, I've been thinking a lot about my goals for the 2025 year, and honestly, it's all about doing the thing, even if it feels a little bit behind schedule. So grab your cozy drink of choice, your current work in progress, and let's dive right in. Now, I decided to pull up Canva because who am I kidding? I use it for everything. All of my designs have been made in the holy grail that is Canva, and while it can pretty much do everything, even tell me how to do 2025, the truth is I'm using it today because I'm creative in many ways, but graphic design is just not one of them. So I'm taking advantage of the ready-made templates that are already on Canva because why reinvent the wheel when Canva already did it for me? Running a small business is all about using tools, especially the free ones, to help you accomplish what you need. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I scrolled down through all of these wonderful ideas until I found my absolute favorite. Okay, let's be real. Until I found a free design that was pleasing to my eyes. If it weren't for my earlier shot, you would think that I'm fully dressed, but if we're gonna be authentic this year, that means I'm wearing pajama bottoms. That's just how it is. But yeah, let's get right into it. Find a template and make it blank. So I have the template that I decided to use pulled up on Canva right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just remove all of the pictures that they have and anything that I just like. Obviously, I'm not gonna be having a vision of a plane or a cat. I mean, maybe. That's not the focus of this specific one. So yeah, once I have all of this, a blank slate to work with, basically, then I can move on to the next step. But kind of like a step 0.5 was to scroll on Pinterest and find a bunch of inspirational photos and things like that. Which brings me to step 2, which is to add inspiring media. But that can include anything from like quotes, music, colors, pictures, anything that when you look at it, it inspires you, hence the name. Okay, now that I've uploaded everything, now we just put it into the places. I mean, that's basically it. I recommend having a good mix of like quotes, things that don't have backgrounds that you can just like kind of stick on like stickers. So for right now, I'm just kind of organizing everything into little piles of like things. So I'm putting all of the stickers into one place. I'm putting all of like the photo inspiration in one place. And I'm fully aware that I put in like way too many images for this. But I think it's better to have too many things that you can like delete from rather than having nothing to work with. But yeah, so I just kind of put all of these images in some sort of collage way. I like when things overlap. I like things looking a little bit messy, like there's not really a place for anything, it's just kind of there on it. I think that looks really pleasing to me. So the next part would be to change the words that they say, because this obviously has nothing to do with trips. And yeah, so
I'm gonna go ahead and do that next. So these little areas, I really want to focus on content, but like more specifically like meaningful. Is kind of like my goal when it comes to content, is that it's just stuff that I care about, you know? It's not just like me putting stuff out there to put stuff out there, it's stuff that I believe in and that type of thing, which I'll delve more into that whenever I go through my actual goals. But I think that's a good word for this type of collage. And I just want to keep this saying my vision board because that's what it is. And then this one is, I'm gonna say diversify, which is like such a buzzword, I know, but that I chose that image because I really want to focus on writing patterns this year and really just like get into different aspects of crocheting. That's just one of the goals I have, so that's the word I want to put right there. And this one, create something that speaks to my soul. That's what I want to do. I'll also be talking about this whenever I go through my goals in more detail. But that is one of my goals, is that I'm creating stuff that I actually care about and that I want to do. There's a theme here if you're sensing it.
And step 3 is to add your goals.
Okay, so now that I've changed all of the like tiny things, I want to change this. So I just kind of like looked at my goals and summarized them, because this is definitely not enough space to write all of my goals down because I have 10. So let's go ahead and just write down what my summary was. So my first goal for 2025, summary wise, is to increase sales. And then my second one would be to create content that resonates. Yep. 3 would be to diversify online. And 4 would be to create what inspires me. And once you've put in all of the inspiring media that you have and all of your goals summarized on it, you're done. I am personally going to download this and save it and put it as my desktop wallpaper, so it's something that I see daily to remind myself of my goals and keep me focused on what I want to accomplish in the future. So now that I've made this, we're going to transition into more of a face-to-face type of video where I'm just going to talk through my goals. That's it.
So all of these goals are related to my business. I also came up with a few personal goals for myself, but I'm just going to be talking about the business ones that I have. So my first goal that I have is to surpass $1,000 in sales at a market. This is quite a lofty goal for me. I know it's a little bit more common on YouTube, but for me, the most I've ever made at a market was around $350. Granted, the markets that I've been at have all been pretty small markets, and I just moved states, so I'm hoping to get into a larger market in the future, and I'll be dealing with a completely different customer base, and so I have really no idea what to expect, but that is a goal that I have for myself, and I think that it can be done, especially with the area that I'm in now. It's a college town, and I think that this area really focuses on like shopping small, shopping local, that type of thing. That's very much the vibe that I get here. So I'm excited. I hope that goal can happen this year. The second goal would be to earn $5,000 overall this year. That would be a crazy number to me. But granted, I started this business in like May of last year and didn't do markets until October. So I only made like probably less than 1,000 total. So this is quite a lofty goal for me again. But with my other goals in like diversifying online and getting more into larger markets, I do believe that this can actually happen. I wouldn't create a goal for myself that is just like far out of the realm of possibility. I do believe that that can happen with some work. My third goal is to post 2 YouTube videos a month. Now, if you're watching this and you've watched my other videos as well, you know that I am not very good about being consistent on YouTube. It's just so much easier to post like short form content, and long form content takes a long time. And time is very precious, especially for somebody in a handmade business who has to make everything by my hands. And I can't crochet and edit at the same time. So I really hope that this year I can put in the work and the time and the effort to post 2 YouTube videos a month. I'm also just like falling in love with long form content. I'm falling in love with YouTube and making these videos way more than I do like short form content. It's more rewarding for me. So that's another reason why I came up with this goal, is because it's allowing me to pour into something that pours back into me. And that's important. The fourth one that I have is to hit 2,000 followers on TikTok. This is a crazy goal, but I think that I can totally do it. I've been growing pretty steadily on TikTok as of late, and right now I'm at around 820 something followers. So I'm hopeful that I can hit 1,000 followers pretty soon, and then 2,000 by the end of the year. And that's just gonna take some work on my end. Just keep posting content consistently, content that's inspiring and engaging to people. I do believe that that can happen. It would be crazy if I passed that goal though. And then my 5th goal is to reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. That kind of goes hand in hand with the 2 videos a month thing. I think that if I pour more energy into my YouTube channel and post more consistently, more content that's more engaging to people, I do believe that I can grow this channel. I think that would be insane. And that's something that you can help me with. So if you feel inclined to help me reach my goals, you can subscribe to my channel. My 6th goal is to finally start my Etsy shop, which has already been accomplished actually. I've been working on that for a long time. I also started a Ko-Fi shop to sell my patterns specifically. I think this is one of the ways that I can diversify myself online and get people to check me out and help me reach that goal of getting $5,000 this year. Which sounds crazy, but I think it can happen. My 7th goal is to craft what I truly love to make. I think a lot of crochet people in specific get really bogged down because we have to crochet a lot of the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But I really want to focus on crocheting what I actually want to make, you know? And in market season, that's a little harder because you have to create stock, you know? But I do believe that I can do this. I've said that a million times, but like, I believe. And it's important to tell yourself that you believe in yourself. That's very important. I think that I can really prioritize this goal this year, especially with all of the downtime that I have. Because I graduated college. I'm also trying to do substitute teaching work to like make some money here and there, but other than that, I'm completely free to really focus on my small business, which is a luxury that not a lot of people have, and I'm very grateful for it. I think with all the extra time that I have now that I'm not in college, and like the fact that markets don't really start up in this area until like June, I have a few months to like build up some stock, and those months allow me the freedom to choose what I actually want to work on, which has been really nice. And I hope that I continue
to prioritize this goal whenever it does become huge busy season, but we'll see what happens. My 8th goal, we almost skipped 8. My 8th goal is to crochet 3 items just for myself, which sounds like a very small number, but I really love crocheting clothing. I love crocheting my own wardrobe. I love everything about that. And if you've ever crocheted clothing before, you know that it takes forever. And I've been working on this sweater right here since October, okay? Now granted, I'm like almost done with the front panel. Granted, I've barely worked on it like at all. Like I've probably poured maybe 10 hours into it. Because this is a very like intricate stitch, as you can see. But it takes a long time to crochet clothing. That is why I've only decided to say 3. Now if I go past that goal, perfect. But I really wanted to make all of my goals attainable for this year. Things that push me but aren't gonna like destroy me if I can't do them. So I really do believe that I can make 3 things for myself. That I'm not gonna sell anywhere, that are just me doing what I want to crochet, what I've seen on Pinterest or on YouTube that just like catches my eye and oh my gosh, I want to make that so bad. I want to make 3 of those things. My 9th goal is to get an online order from someone that I do not know in real life. This has not happened to me yet, but I think that this is the year it will, because I am diversifying so much online. Before, I only had a Shopify website, which would get like a few visitors a day, but I just like people didn't want to buy on my website, which makes total sense. And so me getting on Etsy and Ko-fi and really like putting myself out there, I think I can actually attain this goal for this year. And yeah, I think it would be awesome. My 10th goal is to write 3 crochet patterns, have testers, and publish them. Go through the whole 9 yards and get it all done. I've actually been working on a pattern that I just put out a post to see if I could get any testers for that. And I'm already getting some people applying, so we're already on our way to accomplishing this goal. And the reason that I only said 3 crochet patterns is because this is something that I'm pretty new at. I've done 1 pattern before this one that I'm doing right now, and I think starting slow will allow me to like really pour the energy and care that is required of pattern making into those patterns, because I don't want to just like be churning out a bunch of not great patterns. I want them to be really good and really thorough. So I only said 3. 10. 3. Having a stroke. Anyway, those are my 10 goals for this year. I believe that these goals are challenging. They're definitely very challenging, and I don't think that I'll be able to accomplish all 10 of them, but if I do, that would be insane. But I think that they push me in the direction that I want to go with my business, and not just where I think I should go compared to others. And on my vision board, there's literally a quote that says, "Comparison is the thief of joy," because of this fact. I do not want to compare myself to other crochet small businesses and get discouraged. I really just want to focus on my business and do what is best for me, which I think is the healthiest way that you can go about that. But these are also goals that excite me and scare me. It's terrifying to put myself out there on YouTube, and like when my parents are scrolling through YouTube on the TV, or when my boyfriend is, and then one of my videos pops up, I'm like, oh god, that's horrible. Why am I doing this? But I think I think it's really awesome at the same time. So I'm really excited. And another thing is that I know that it's hard to put your goals out there, because like, what if they don't happen? What if I reach 2026 and some of the things or all of these things just weren't in the cards for me, and I just showed the entire internet how much of a failure I am? Oh well. Then I'll keep those goals for 2026. That's the amazing thing about goals, is that they can always be accomplished in time with effort. There's no pressure for perfection. I'd rather put my goals out there and push myself to try instead of not trying at all. The same can be said about creating a vision board. Late. I know it's already February, and some people might be thinking, shouldn't I have done this in January? Who cares? I'm done stressing about timelines. Who says you can't make a vision board in October or December? Do what's best for you. And for me, I didn't have time for this until now. I just graduated college and moved states. I prioritized this incredibly important transition time in my life so that I could be fully focused for the next part, for the next chapter of my life. And that's okay. This year for me is all about going with the flow and creating from a place of authenticity, no matter when I get started. Even if it feels like you're behind or the year has already gotten away from you, there's no deadline to your dreams. None. There's no one-size-fits-all timeline, especially for small businesses. We get to set our own pace, which honestly is such a freeing thought. It's never too late to make a plan or to start working on those goals. Life moves at its own pace, and your goals will too. So, take a deep breath, set some intentions, and take one little step forward. If you've made a vision board before or you're thinking of making one now, I'd love to hear what's on your mind for 2025. Drop a comment below and share your goals with me. I'm all about supporting others through whatever goals you have set. It's the best way to keep our goals, and I'd love to have some accountability partners who can keep me accountable. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Let's make 2025 our best year yet. You've got this. See you in the next video. Bye.